As we navigate the incredible challenges that we face in the in-home aged care industry, we need to acknowledge the pressure and the burden that we're under. We've all been working tirelessly, and self-care becomes all the more essential to prevent change fatigue creeping in. I tend to put my head down and my chin up, but one thing that I don't do is I don't put my head in the sand. We're in the midst, it needs to be said, we are in the midst of an unprecedented challenge, not only because the demand for aged care has never been greater in history, but because the demands on us working to meet that have never been greater either. Working in aged care has been never before more demanding, both physically and emotionally, both financially and socially. How can we possibly meet this incredible demand in every sense, as individuals, as a company, as an industry? The only way we can possibly is if we prioritise self-care first. Now that sounds wrong, but we need to look after ourselves if we're going to be able to care for others. That's our greatest challenge. How do we care for one another so that we can care for our clients? How do we look after our own company so that we're in the best place to look after our clients? See, our goal cannot merely be to become the preferred provider for new and existing clients, because to do that, we need to first become and be a preferred employer for one another. See, wellness, health support, and flexibility are just some of the ways in which we need to become better and better at looking after one another if we're going to last the distance. We also need to appreciate and celebrate and reward one another more. But also, it needs to be said, we need to pay our people more. And one of the things I wanted to reach out about and let you know right up front is that right now the company is planning exactly how can we do that. And it's absolutely something that we are committed to. The good news is also that the government has just recently announced it will fund the Fair Work Commission's decision on a 15% increase in the award wages for direct care staff under the award, or direct service staff under the award. And that's going to help. But we know from the industry that 25% is much more like what's needed. And so let me say on the record, as a company, we also want to do as much as we can to contribute and bridge that gap. I don't want to raise expectations, yet at the same time, I want to say openly and communicate honestly that we are determined to find ways to start moving beyond minimums and stretching ourselves to go above and beyond the award. And that's part of the reason why we need to grow. Now, I can't emphasize this enough. Why all this growth? Why don't we slow down? Why don't we consolidate? Why don't we focus on doing a better job with what we've got already? And here's the answer. The answer is that we need to be bigger if we want to be able to do better. And that's because of the squeeze on us to do more with less that the reform is bringing. See, by vastly increasing the size of our operation, we can create scales of economy. Expansion in staff and client numbers gives us the ability to also grow our support, our resources, our systems, and increase what we provide increase what we provide our own staff. See, it should enable us to go from good to better to best, because it gives us the means, the firepower, more ammunition. Now, each and every one of us joined this company, I'm sure, because we wanted to make a genuine difference in people's lives. Yet our goal needs to become not just to make a difference in our clients' lives, but also in each other's lives. And in many ways, this needs to come first, because we need to see each other as our primary clients. Our care recipients need to first and foremost be our own colleagues. See, that's how we're going to get there together. The more we can look after, the more we can incentivize, the more we can reward each other, the better. Because when we take care of one another, it enables us to do more and to do better for our own clients and our external stakeholders. So if we really want to change the world, we need to start by changing ourselves. We can't only invest in our clients. If we do that, we'll deplete ourselves and it will all be over. We need to invest in our own development and our own advancement too. We need to enable ourselves. See, we need to do what we do for our clients. We need to empower one another and, if necessary, provide reablement and restorative support to one another too, to maximise our own independence so that we can remain working and caring for our stakeholders for as long as possible. That includes providing you, of course, with opportunities for personal and professional growth. It also includes a positive work environment that creates a culture of continual learning. We're not perfect. That's the whole point. And we need to be honest, and we are honest about the fact that we need to do better, always. We need to improve, of course we do. We've got a long way to go. We want to do better, and we want the better to become best, but we need your help. We're stretched, we honestly are. We're punching well above our weight, we're juggling, we're wearing so many hats, and we can all only do our very best. The rest is up to the collective and the magic of momentum. And that's both terrifying and exciting, because it means that I can't do it alone, no matter how hard and smart I work, and neither can you. Neither can the management or the frontline staff, neither can the board or the direct care staff, direct service staff alone, nor the administrators or the executives. Only the whole organism, each cell and organ, doing its work together at the same time in unison, can gain momentum and move forward. What's it going to take for us to see us achieving our vision and our mission as an organisation? It's going to take all of us joining together, united by this one purpose, this one common goal, and working in harmony. Some of you remember me quoting Jonathan Haidt, who says humans are 90% chimp and 10% honeybee. Yes, we are partly chimpanzees, and of course we do need to look after number one. And yet at the same time, we can only fully, ultimately do that by recognising that missing element. As honeybees, we will only get what we want and what we need as we look after one another too. We're all together on this road trip of change and transformation. And a hive is only healthy if the whole community is humming. Each individual needs to stay focused on solutions and progress. And that's when the magic starts to happen. That's the magic of momentum. If we all do it, all together, at once, we will all get there easier and better. It will get easier and better for ourselves and for everyone. Just quickly, another piece of good news. You may have heard that the new Support at Home program, originally promised a decade ago, is now scheduled for 1 July 2025. And yet, while this postponement is welcome relief and allows for further refinement through consultation sessions, it also means that we've been dealing with uncertainty and pressure of continual reform for over 10 years. and it takes a toll. And change fatigue is something that we need to recognise. And another quick update, which I'm sure will be welcome news too. Right now, we are actively searching for a people and culture manager who I hope will come on board alongside Wendy and Marianne and myself at a senior level. We know that your experience in working with us and with one another is absolutely pivotal to all of our goals and values as a company. Consultation, partnership, collaboration, engagement with you, our staff, is absolutely what we need to invest in more. And I'm really excited that we're now in a position that we can do that. So good news is that we now have plans in place to start resourcing that more and better, so that we can more and more foster a positive and inclusive work environment that supports our goals and our values as a collective. See, at the core of us lies a commitment to creating a lasting legacy that benefits all of our stakeholders. And our most central stakeholder is you. Your dedication, your passion and commitment fuel our progress and enable us to make a real difference in the lives of everyone we serve, including one another. So let me finish here by just finally emphasising my absolute heartfelt gratitude to all of you for all of your unwavering commitment, even in the midst of challenges that we do face and that we have faced and continue to face. Your resilience, your determination has been remarkable, and I am so proud to be part of this journey together with you. Together, let's continue to make a real difference by supporting and uplifting one another as we create a lasting legacy that positively impacts the lives of one another, as well as our clients and our community. Thank you for being an invaluable part of our collective. Thank you for sticking with us. We want to go from good to great, but to do that we need to build to last, and we need to go the distance. And that begins and ends with each of us building up one another and our company, just as we do for our clients. Cheers. Have a great weekend, one and all.